Although I'm definitely not a tech channel of any sort, I certainly love tech, and I decided I would unbox the new, well, okay, kind of new, it's not that new. It's new to me, the HERO9 from GoPro. No reptiles in this box today. This is a very special camera to me, which might sound kind of weird, but I really do love cameras and tech. It's a big reason I make videos to begin with, and I've only been using a single camera for years now, and that is this Lumix GH5. I have wanted a secondary camera for a while, and I think this is going to be the right choice because it's obviously pretty versatile. I bought the GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition around when it came out, which was like 7 or 8 years ago. So it's been quite a while, and I'm gonna do some comparisons of just quality, because I used to shoot a ton of my channel with it, and it's really, the previous GoPro was one of the baselines of my channel growing, and I feel like this GoPro is deserving of a little spotlight on the channel. I got a couple accessories. This packaging is ridiculously different. The previous GoPro, I had some pretty lame experiences with their support, because my first Black Edition, like my first ever GoPro, actually arrived and it died after an hour. It literally just bricked and never came back on. And getting a GoPro replacement from GoPro was a nightmare at the time. And I was like 14 years old. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I had spent a ton of money on this camera because it was like $300, which for a 14-year-old is a ridiculous amount of money. It was awful. I hated their support. I did decide to get the subscription. It was $50 for a year, but they had a sale going on. I don't know if it's still going on, but it was basically, this camera was $350, which is, normally it's like $450. Wow, it comes with so much more than I realized. I like this little holder. There's no plastic or anything. It's all just recyclable and then usable felt. That's so weird. So if you don't know much about GoPro, they used to be known for having no screens. This 3 Plus was the same way. You just very simply guess what you're filming and hope that it looks good. But this has not one, but 2 screens. So I've never had a GoPro with a screen, and I jumped straight into their first model with the front screen. And the entire thing is waterproof. There's no case needed. It's so weird jumping over 6 models because everything just feels so different. Looks like the battery's not in it, so how do I open it is the question. You just pull like that. Okay. The batteries are bigger now. It's noticeably chunkier, and there's so little. Like, obviously there's so little in there because this whole area is taken up by the battery. Also got an SD card. I don't know where my micro SDs went. I had some, but I might have sold them. So I'm not the most adventurous type. I'm not gonna be getting this crazy like stuff that's advertised to use. Like, I can't get this out of the case. I definitely got the camera muddy and wet. I used it in the pool, all sorts of stuff. Most of it was very boring footage, and I'm mostly going to be using it. I got the suction so I can use it in my car, and I like doing the vlogs. I can't get this out. I'm even going to use it for my Lego videos because it'll be just a secondary camera, because the 3 Plus, I mostly stopped using it because my phone ended up being a better camera. I started doing less like outdoorsy things, but this one's quality from what I've seen should definitely be acceptable and better than my phone. Granted, my phone's not the newest, it's the Samsung S10. The question is, did they pre-charge it? My guess is it has a partial charge. I feel like I'm opening and closing this wrong. I guess that's right. So weird that it's waterproof just out the box. There's that beautiful sound. This screen is higher quality than I anticipated. That's so nice. It's a nice flashback, hearing the GoPro beep. However, you need the app to finish setup. I did not need the app previously. I'll finish setting this up in just a moment. Let's just turn it off. I started making videos when I was around 4 or 5 years old, so it was just on film, even though digital existed in 2004. But I started making my own content with it, and then eventually, down the road, like way down the road, I got a Canon DSLR. And I used that for years until, that's a lot of packaging for a battery. I used it for years until I just kind of felt like not outgrew it, but like was ready for something with more potential. And that's when I got the Lumix GH5. And then in between there, I had a couple like rugged cameras. I just sold most of them. I've become a lot more minimalist with my gear overall. I used to love to have like lots of lenses to pick from, but now I just like having one lens where there's just no questions asked. I just grab my one lens and go. It makes it less complicated, fewer decisions to make, and I just make content work. But obviously recently on my channel, I've just been doing very simple, sitting at my desk, talking, commentary videos, that kind of thing. And I'm still gonna do this. I still enjoy that stuff. And I like commentary channels. And I'm definitely not making a big pivot. This is cute. With the channel, I'm not going all different. This will just be a helping hand, you could say. And it feels really good that I'm able to splurge on the occasional thing when I want to, because I really don't buy that much stuff. So I got the Shorty. They have a ridiculous amount of tripods and handheld stuff. This one felt like the best option because I can actually fit this in my pocket. But wait, there's more. Turns into a little tripod. Can literally just stick it anywhere, and it's waterproof. It doesn't float, but that's fine by me. And it also extends. I think this was a good choice. I like it. It feels quite sturdy. GoPro makes pretty good accessories if you ask me. It is top heavy, of course, but you get used to it fast. Finally, just one last accessory. Obviously, herping. I haven't gone herping in a while. I used my GoPro a ton for that. And it was useful. It just, yeah, quality, the times have changed. You need higher quality now. So I actually already have one of these suction cups. Here's the exact same thing. And you can see the color difference here. It's just, it's so used. I really abused this mount, and I'm happy with how it held up. It's never fallen off. I think a new one is good to have. Well, here we go.